as usual, what I'll have to report has already been reported pretty much as it happened in the press. And we met last week, we being the transition board for New River Service Authority, continuing to try to deal with the debts and the problems and so forth that everybody knows pretty much about. But the main topic that we addressed, or well, was addressed to us, was a presentation by Sharon Edmonston from the Local Government Commission, and that's been reported in the press as well at length. To sum up her fairly lengthy presentation, she, as you know, said we need an audit in order to proceed with this. The first audit was interrupted. That would be with Loudermilk and Church, when all the problems, financial problems, came to light. Then another attempt at, not an audit, but an attempt at an investigation into what happened and that sort of thing was conducted by Mr. Starnes.
Brian Starnes.
Yeah, Brian Starnes. So that wasn't really an audit, it was more of a who, what, when, where, and why inquiry into that. But according to Ms. Edmonston, a final audit is needed, and that is a quandary, because we being the board is not sure how to accomplish that. We had that conversation with her, or some members of the board had that conversation with her. My impression is that she said we need a good faith effort. So along that line, a good faith effort to get an audit, a final audit, one that is maybe not unqualified, but maybe a qualified audit. Qualified meaning, and Don, you might help me explain this, but qualified meaning it might not be complete, it might not be signed off on by management, but it would be an attempt at showing where the books stand. Along those lines, the transition board authorized the current CEO, Peggy Wallace, to contact first Loudermilk and Church and see if they might continue with and finish their audit, and then to contact some other auditors from a list to be provided by Ms. Edmonston. Ms. Edmonston said she would provide us with a list of several auditors, auditing firms that we might contact. So Ms. Wallace has been directed to embark on that process to try to find someone who would finish an audit that would be acceptable to the local government commission. That's where we stand with that. We're giving it a good faith effort, we being the board, giving it a good faith effort to accomplish that. Another item that we had three motions actually that that was acted upon. We engaged Iron Mountain, which is a firm to collect and store the personnel and business records for 3 years, and they're ready to pick those up and do that. I might note that the electronic medical records, there's no action taken on this because this occurred before, but the medical records have yet to be picked up, but we being the board have paid for them to be taken, transferred to Smoky Mountain. The other motion that we did was to authorize the attorney Bruce Kaplan to appeal small claims cases that had gone to court. We also, we being the board, received a report from Martin and Starnes concerning the summary of all debt, and that's what we've been asking for. We want to make sure where is it and what are all the items, and this is a public document, can be obtained here, I suppose. I believe it was also in the press as well. I think but the total unsecured debt as listed by Mr. Starnes is $8,093,328 $2,226,989.89. So there may be a question about some of those figures, but nothing too significant, possibly. Secured debt, which are the deeds of trust on all 5 counties that have on their buildings, is $2,226,998, which is a total then of unsecured and secured debt of $10,320,326.89. And this is a payment.
And Larry, if I may, I want to reiterate for the public standpoint, this is debt, potential debt of the New River Behavioral Health Authority. It's potential liabilities to Alleghany County. But at this point, Alleghany County has not made a legal, I guess, stance, if you want to call it, in regards to any of those liabilities. At this point, the only thing Alleghany County has done is loaned New River Behavioral Health the approximately $50,000 in which we have secured it with a deed of trust on that real property. I just try to reiterate that this is not debt that we're saying that we owe or do not owe. We're saying we needed to get a report of what the potential liabilities are out there, and we will proceed forward with that.
Question or comment from the board? Item F, Commissioner Cox, you finished?
Yes, sir.
Item